Hey everyone, it's Mr. Brown here. In this video, we're going to talk about making arrays. We're going to talk about writing multiplication, writing and solving multiplication problems. And we'll even talk about skip counting a little bit. So let's start with a problem. Let's say that Mr. Cole planted 2 rows of 6 pineapples in his garden. Let's use an X to show each carrot. Let's try to look at this problem. I have two rows of 6 pineapples. So I want to show 2 rows of 6. So I have 1 row here of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's show another row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we want to find out how many carrots does Mr. Cole have, I need to make and write a multiplication sentence. I need to know how that is. So let's look. I have 2 rows times 6. I can show my skip counting if I wanted to. Here I have 6. Here I have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 times 6 equals 12. It's a word problem, so don't forget to have a sentence. Mr. Cole has 12 carrots. That's it. Okay? Let's try another problem just like that. We'll start with the small ones, and then we'll get to those big hard ones. Now let's try a different problem. Let's say we're going to draw an array for 5 times 4. I have to think of this as 5 rows of 4. Remember, rows go this way. These are rows. Columns go up and down. Rows go left and right. So I want rows. 5 rows of 4. You can use anything you want. I'm going to start with X's. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my 1 row of 4. If I really want to get fancy, I can put a 4 afterwards. I need 5 of them. There's my 2 rows of 4. And if we can count, I have 8 here. 4, 8, 3 rows of 4. I'm not going to change my color anymore. 12. 4 rows of 4. See, I'm keeping my array nice and neat. 4 rows of 4. 16. And finally, I have 5 rows of 4, which will give me 20. 5 times 4 equals 20. Now I'm going to give you a problem to solve. I'm going to draw an array, and I want you to write the multiplication sentence for it. Okay, here is your array. We have 3 rows of 4. I'm going to give you a few minutes to solve this on your own, and then when we go back, we'll talk about it. Welcome back. Hopefully you're able to get this right. We have 3 rows. So I know I have 3 times, how many columns do I have? 4. 3 times 4. I can do my skip counting if it helps. 4, 8, 12. 3 times 4 equals 12. Not too bad. Now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about how to represent an array a few different ways. So let's say, for instance, I have an array that looks like this. There are a lot of different ways to talk about this array. Can I make it a little bigger? Maybe. There we go. And let's change the color, because that's more fun. Okay, even a little bigger. There we go. Here's my array. Some of you can probably see right now how many I have. I can write this as 4 rows. Let's change that back to black. And if you can count, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows of 4. That's one way to write it. I can also write it as 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, because I have 4 here, 4 here, plus 4 here, plus 4 here, and I can even put plus signs all here, plus 4, too big of a plus sign, plus 4 here. That's another way I could write it. Obviously, I can also write it as a multiplication sentence. I can say, back to black, I can say it's 4 times 4. They'll all give me the same answer, and that's 16. So sometimes you'll have it as a repeated addition. I can also say 4 4s. That's the same thing, 4 4s, right? They're all the same. These are all the same. Let's try one on your own. I'm going to give you an array, and I want you to correctly choose which of the different ways we can write this. All right, here is your array. So, and the problem you're about to do, you're going to answer the ones and tell me which ones are correct. How can I describe this array? And we're back. Let's talk about this array. Here I have 3 rows. 3 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 rows of 5. That's one way to write it. I can also write it as 5 plus 5 plus 5. Because I have 3 rows. I have 3 5s. So I can even say 3 5s. I can also say 3 times 5. We can also remember back to the beginning of the year, when we earlier in the year when we talked about the commutative property, which means I can switch my numbers up, and I can even call it 5 times 3, because that's still going to give me 15. Right? These all equal 15. Good job. Now you'll have a few more problems to do on this video, and then remember, when you're done, you can work on the other videos we have, as well as Zearn if you're finished with everything. Good luck. Have a great day.